Hello and welcome to our tips and tricks for learning a new language. My name is Ekaterina and today I decided to discuss a very complicated topic: why been learning a language so hard for so long time I'm still not fluent enough. You cannot imagine how many people feel frustrated after some time learning a language. And this is like the phases of getting sick, probably, the stages of illness. And it's the same with the language. Firstly, we are very excited. We want to learn more. And then we feel a little bit lazy. Then we force ourselves trying to find motivation. And then we feel frustrated and thinking that we cannot master the new language. If you ever felt like this video is for you. I have a good news. Usually after these phases comes the phase of epiphany. It's so-called epiphany phase or enlightenment phase or like click phase. Sometimes it's just click and you feel that learning this language is getting better and you can do it. You can do it and you're just feeling excited again and you're feeling that you enjoy and learn the language. It's not just forcing yourself into it, it's just enjoying it. We all should come through these stages to learn any language, I would say. And probably if you just started to learn a language and you feel frustrated right now, just started, it depends on the language. It might be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, it might be 1 year. Or like with my Chinese, it took me 2 years to get into the phase when I really enjoy what I'm doing. Take your time. The more distant this language from your native language, the longer time you need. Also, it depends on how regular your classes are. Do you take breaks or not? How motivated you are? What are your language tools? If it's formal or informal education, are you learning it by yourself? So there is no answer for everybody. There is no one answer for all. But mostly if you feel frustrated right now and you feel you cannot do it, you just approach in this phase of click or epiphany or enlightenment with the language. And that's not only my experience. Preparing this video, I was doing a small online research. Lots of learners of a foreign language, it doesn't matter which language is that, they feel something like that. So you're not alone. Just take your time. And the second big problem that might be the case is when people coming and telling, I started to learn this language when I was a kid, when I was 7 years old, for example, and now I'm 20 or 30, and I still cannot speak this language. Here the problem is deeper, because we're not looking for epiphany anymore, and the learning process started too long ago. Probably this epiphany is just, you didn't notice it because it was formal education, it was very boring at some points, and you didn't try hard when you were a kid, for example. The root of this problem is in school education itself. If it's a good school, usually children after probably 5, 6, 7 years, they are able to speak English or Russian or Ukrainian or Chinese or Japanese, any language they learned. If that's not the case, the problem is not your problem. The problem is with the school approach and you. And me too, it was the same with me. We just didn't have a good curriculum or good teacher. The good news is that the knowledge are there. You didn't waste your time at school. You still know something. Mostly it will be grammar, but grammar is important, trust me. It doesn't mean that you were wasting your time again. Grammar is important. And it was vocabulary, probably. So you have now passive grammar, which you don't know how to apply and where to apply, and passive vocabulary, which just not on the top of your mind, it's somewhere on the back. here is a benefit because you just need the time to take it from the back of your mind and to bring it on the surface. It might be tricky because you feel that you spend so much time and you're not talented in any kind of language. That's not true. Language is not a talent, it's a skill. We all speak at least one language, which is our native language. That means that we all have an ability to speak particular language or languages. It can be different languages. If you speak in any language, if you know at least one language, you are able to learn any kind of language. It just takes efforts here, and it's like a illness which is for a long time, the longer you have this illness, the harder it is to fix it. In this case, just find something interesting, find your point of interest in this language, find the motivation. Don't just go to the teacher or go to the native speaker and have this kind of boring class again. Think about things that particular your interest. For me, it's the culture and history, for example. When my Polish language partner, she was struggling to find some motivation for me because I'm not really motivated in learning Polish. I just feel like I can. And mostly it was for my language partner. And she said, okay, I know what to do. And she just found the literally historical texts for me. And when we are reading them, I feel so excited. I'm pronouncing everything correctly and I discuss it. I try to discuss it because I'm so excited and I want to discuss it in Polish. And my other Polish partner, she found poetry for me. You all know that I'm doing poetry videos and she knows it too, and we are reading poetry together. And I'm also very excited. So find something that excites and entertains you in your target language and just do it. Don't concentrate, don't repeat grammar again and again, don't learn your passive vocabulary or review your passive vocabulary again and again. Think what is interesting for you and start doing it in your target language. You will find the enjoyment, you will want to read more, you will want to discuss more, or you will want to watch more, and that is how you will have the second breath, you will have this novelty in the language. And since that point, since when you're enjoying it, after you start to enjoy it, the epiphany, your epiphany or your click will come because all your passive knowledges, they will just come into the surface. The other point is sometimes we are just overwhelmed with the language. It's the third problem I would mention today. And if you feel like you're overwhelmed and you're not moving again and you're frustrated, sometimes the short break will be helpful. Maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks, 1 month even. Just take a vacation from your language. Maybe you can meanwhile learn some other language just in case. Sometimes it's actually helpful because when you're learning the second foreign language or third foreign language, your previous foreign languages are just coming from the back of your mind on top. That happens to me all the time. And I also have a feedback from my students. They remember, for example, French when they tried to learn Russian because they were better in French than in Russian at the time. So if you feel that you can't do it and you're too tired, don't just think that you cannot take a break. Just take a break, rest a little bit. It will be wonderful and helpful. And sometimes after this short break, or 3 weeks is not that short, you will feel the improvement and you will feel excitement again. Tell me, what do you think about your problems? Tell me if you feel frustrated or if you have ever felt like that before, and how did you fight this problem? Did you fight it actually, or you still have it? Thank you very much for watching. I hope that was helpful and good luck in your studies. Goodbye and see you soon.